Good evening. Welcome to Nifty Week Ahead by Akshay Patra Advisory. So we will have a look at weekly chart, daily chart, and weekly chart, and I also have a brief look on option chain. Then we will see how global indices are placed. So whether it supports upward or a downward movement of Nifty. We also have a look at events which can affect next week's Nifty performance. See, Nifty has broken out, kind of broken above on a 6 to 8 weeks high of 25,220, which was struggling to cross. It has crossed during last week and it has made a high of 25,654. It has entered also back into a long-term channel from 2022. As long as it is above 25,400, next week it will be confirmed it is back. It will be confirmed that it will be back in the 3-year channel. We will wait to see what happens, how it happens. In the daily chart, before we go into daily chart, in weekly chart it has made a Harami pattern, bullish Harami pattern, whose probability of success is almost 53%. And it has gained 2% last week, and we are into the first week of July series, which is a 5-week series, and July has always been consistently really good. And if you see in the past 10 years, out of 10 years, almost 9 years, Nifty has gained either 1% to almost 5%. So July is a positive, and if everything pans out well, this year July also will be a good year. So on daily charts, moving into daily charts of Nifty, it has made what is called a three white soldiers pattern. In the last 3 days has been a continuous up movement, and it's gained almost 2%, like I said. And this three white soldiers pattern, it's kind of a very strong bullish pattern, and its success rate theoretically is almost 80%. And also there is a kind of a gap that exists between 25,600 to 25,750, which was created in last September, October last year. So all this indices has a tendency to fill the gaps both either on upside or on the downside. And if tomorrow Nifty moves above 25,650 and enters into the gap, then the likelihood that it will in the next couple of sessions it will fill that particular gap. And let us have a look at Bank Nifty, how it supports. So Bank Nifty also has made three white soldiers pattern in the day chart, and also made a bullish and a Marabosu in weekly chart also. Bank Nifty made an all-time high last week, and it is in very much in a channel, kind of a long-term channel, very much within it. If you see this, it has been holding this particular channel from 2022, I think, no, even earlier. Almost 2020, October 2020, it has been holding this particular channel, and it has been going up and down, and if it is above it in this during last week, it has crossed and it is entered into the higher higher bottom of the particular channel. So Bank Nifty augurs well for Nifty also. And please note, one note of caution as far as Bank Nifty is concerned, it is on all-time high, and one should never short. Those who are playing on the short side of Bank Nifty should have a close watch at it. So as far as Nifty is concerned, as long as it is about 25,300, it will continue to be positive, positive, and no one can play on the longer side. So let us look at how international indices are supporting or impacting the Indian markets. Dow Jones has made a all-time high of 45,000 in November last year, and after the Trump's tariff war, it crashed, and then it picked up again, and then again there is this Israel Iran war. But overall it is still in the channel. It is also in the very long term channel from 2020. And if it once it crosses for 45,000 3 I mean 200 types, 45,200 types, it will enter into the higher half of the channel, and then we can see momentum building up there. And so Dow Jones from the weekly as well as in daily chart is at this point of time positive. Let's move on to crude oil, which has a huge impact on Indian markets because we are a heavy oil importing country, which eats up our phenomenal amount of forex reserves. Crude oil spike, almost a 30% spike due to Israel-Iran war. And as soon as the message or the news came that ceasefire is getting agreed upon between those two countries, it fell almost 16%. So it is on a kind of a downtrend. It has made a huge bearish engulfing candle in last week, and kind of engulfing 2 weeks candles. So we will have further, if it further goes down in the coming weeks, it will have a very positive impact on Indian markets. Moving on to dollar rates. Dollar rates has a direct and significant high correlation with FIA investment. FIA is also borrow and invest. So any loss due to forex rate deviation, or when Indian rupee getting weaker, they tend to lose their gains in the shares and they tend to sell and go out. That is why you would see that from almost last September, October, November, December, there was heavy selling, and you will see directly that the dollar was going up. Dollar index was going up, and Indian INR and the dollar parity rate also was going up. So all the selling etc. seems to have kind of started to end now, and now they have started to buy. Last week there was a very huge, one particular day there was a large purchases were made by FIIs. So dollar index has a direct impact on FII investment, and which is since the index is going down overall, it is positive for Indian markets. Then gold has a much lesser impact. It had a phenomenal run from last July. Those who have made it are sitting in almost 60% profit, and this is also operating on a channel. We'll keep a close kind of a watch on this. Once it goes below the channel, then gold will turn into a long-term, medium-term negative. And then last but not the least is the US interest rates. The yield spiked up during kind of April when the Fed were saying that they is likely to reduce the rate. And now it is in no man's land. It is operating on a kind of a large triangle pattern from September 23 or for 3 years. So we will have a watch. Usually the treasury rates has a much bigger impact on bank stocks both here as well as in US. If the interest rates go up, it is a kind of a negative for BN. But at this point, since it is in a kind of in a sideways market, other aspects take more importance on the momentum of bank Nifty and bank stocks worldwide. So that is basically how the international indices are positioned. Let us have a look at PCR and option chain. There is a heavy put writing at 25,600 and 25,500 as highest put writing. So market has a solid support of 25,500, and even to some extent 25,600 also. It will start having resistance once it try to cross 25,700 because they where we can see good amount of call rating. Please note this is only a one day figures, so all this will likely to change in Monday, tomorrow and day after tomorrow. And the PCR is at 1.2, which is not kind of positive, meaning that more call rating is there than the put rating. Then look at kind of events that anything which is going to affect us next week. China manufacturing, and then India industrial production year on year, the impact is medium there, and then non-firm rolls medium. And I think following week on 9th July only we have FOMC minutes, which has got a high impact on both Nifty as well as in Bank Nifty. So now summing it up all, this chart gives you a view that where each and every kind of candlestick pattern as well as the Bank Nifty PCR, and then where we are on Dow theory. I think let me kind of briefly touch on Dow theory also. See, on a day chart, Nifty made a kind of a low at 7th April. I think that is tariff war time, I think. No, India-Pakistan war supposed to take place. So in the day chart, it is an impulsive move, and it's trying to complete its fifth wave. The next target is 27,000. And I have been following this particular kind of chart, and from March I've been kind of saying that the next larger target is 27, from a low of almost 22,000, 21,650, 2,700. It has already gained almost 5,000 points, 4,000 points. I think this particular chart supports even a bigger upside for Nifty. So we will live to see that. So coming back to the chart, so overall, if you see green in crude oil and dollar, red in crude oil and dollar, it is inversely related. So that is also green. So overall outlook for next week is going to be kind of a green. So that is basically the next week ahead. Let me kind of talk about other aspects. So we also run a strategy in YouTube, which is kind of live every day, and you will get not only buy and sell signals in a strategy that we run on 9 minutes. It's a proprietary strategy for Akshay Patra Advisory, and it gives you what is the current ongoing trade and what is the profit and what is the last profit or loss in the last 3 trades, as well as it gives daily resistance and support and other aspects like this gap I talked about a few minutes back. So this gives for scalping also. We also maintain the Camarilla pivots in the chart, so people will know how Nifty is behaving, what is the resistance and what is the support, etc. So if you do see, Friday, for example, we talked about this gap. So this is not any pivot or any line. This particular gap which I talked about daily, Nifty was trying to cross it from almost 12 o'clock till evening. During the entire way, it went and got bounced down. So these kind of insights you will get in our YouTube channel. So watch it in the link given. Also, these particular strategies, buy and sell signals, you will get it in Telegram channel freely. So once you join this Telegram channel, you will be able to see, have your notification on, then you can buy and sell. But please note, we are not a SEBI registered, so consult your financial advisor. And then once you see, and once he also gives you go ahead, then if it is a buy, you based on notification that you get in Telegram channel, you go ahead and buy and sell. So if any more details is required, please do mail us or messages in YouTube. Then we will be more than willing to explain what is the strategy is all about and how it is performing last 2 to 3 months. So that's all from for this week now. See you next week. Thank you. I think I know that I will be kind of a long so we started it in the last week only. As we move further, we will enhance it and try to be more brief. Thank you. Have a nice week ahead.